First thing I wanted to say is that I didn't wait on God. I met a guy when I was 18 years old. I let him lie to me. I let the devil lie to me, and it just escalated from there. I took his word that he was never gonna hurt me. He was never gonna cheat on me. He was gonna protect me and love me. Of course, that didn't go right. He introduced me to glass when I was 19 years old. I started smoking with him. I ended up having 2 kids by the age I was 23. I sometimes think back, like, if I just would have waited on God, if I wouldn't have settled, if I wouldn't have ran from God, maybe my life would be different. And don't let the guys in church fool you either, because both those guys I met in church. One thing I really don't want you guys to do is to end up the way I did, lonely, confused, abused by the world. I'm a single mom, been raising them by myself for the last 9 and 7 years that they've been alive. When you choose, your life is a disaster, but when you let God choose, your life will be good. Don't make mistakes. Just serve God and love Him with your whole heart and let God do something in your life, and then the right person will come. Don't be like me.
I ran away from home. I just wanted someone to love me. And I filled that void by going to parties, doing drugs, drinking all the time, always being away. I thought I was in love. I thought, everything was gonna be good. I ended up running away from home, going to stay, living with him. And then, wow, I got pregnant, and I was only 16 years old. Pregnant, when I was still a child myself. I didn't give up my baby, and I still progressed, and then we got married, but that didn't fix the problem. If you don't put God in the center of your life, everything else can fall apart. Different things like jealousy can come into play, domestic violence can come into play. If somebody really loves you, it'll wait. And if it's meant to be, it'll be there for you later. I've learned from my mistakes, but now I have 2 children. And those little babies, I can't just give them away. What you do now, it affects your future. Make a different choice, take a different path that I didn't take, then that's just a blessing to me.
I became a mom at a really young age. At the age of 15, I was just searching for love. I went through 2 bad relationships with, one was, it was abusive, and my second relationship, he was verbally, mentally, and I stood with that, with that person, because I thought that was it. If I could go back and would have just waited on God and not to look for love in the wrong places like I did.
Today, you girls are going to be making one of the most important decisions in your life. A decision to remain sexually pure until you get married. And the decision that you make is going to help keep you from getting hurt and experiencing a lot of pain and misery that you don't have to. And I know that I made a lot of bad decisions in my past, but a decision that I made that I don't regret is deciding to turn from my ways and to choose to do things right. I went to the training center, I fell in love with God, and it was there that I met my husband, not knowing that it was going to be my husband at the time. We decided to wait, to do things right. We really sought God, prayed, fasted. We sought the advice of our leaders, and I can truly say today that I'm blessed. I'm a blessed woman, and I have an amazing man of God for a husband. Don't settle for just a good guy. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. You deserve the best, and because of that, you are worth the wait.
One day I said, Lord, you know what? I'm going to just wait on you. And I surrendered my life to God, and I said, you know what, Lord, this is it. And I just prayed for about 3 years. A year went by, a year and a half went by, but you know what, it was all well worth it until I told the Lord, you know what, Lord, I'm gonna wait on you for as long as you want me to wait. Now I've been a year married now, and I'm happily married, and I could see the blessings of God of waiting on Him because I waited, and He was doing the same thing too. He waited on God, and He waited for a wife for 13 years. Save yourself for that right man, because as long as you first put God first and honor Him first, trust me, God will honor you, and He will send that right person at the right time.